Hey, what's up, your crew? My name's Anger Banter. We're jumping back into Persona 4 Golden on Steam right now. And today we're going to work our way on saving Yukiko and Magi. Nothing's going to stop us today. Nothing at all. This time with Chie having her Persona, me having my ridiculously overpowered crew of Personas, and Yosuke. We're going to go through this dungeon pretty quickly. I think, yeah, Teddy didn't have any idea what was going on there. So, essentially what's going to happen is whenever we come into this world, we're going to come into this sort of map area, and we can leave, and if the game's saying we'll replenish our HP or SP, as much as it sucks to leave, we talk to Teddy, we'll be able to go to the dungeon, the blue room, the blue door there, that's the above room, and we have a safe spot there. So eventually as we get through the game, we're going to get items that'll be able to get us out of the dungeon at any time. And that's actually the item. It's called the Go Home. When Teddy gives us that, we'll be able to go however far in the dungeon we feel like going that day. And we can use that to go home and return back to the entrance. We'll probably use a lot of them. Mostly when I'm doing my dungeon grinding. As I said before, when we were in here previously, there is a super hard mini-boss that gives no experience points and very little yen. He's called the Reaper, and in previous Persona titles, we've actually been able to kind of, well, in 5, at least, to my recollection, easily, you can nerf the Reaper in Persona 5. There's a thing called Flu Season.
There are two enemies!
In Flu Season, he can be, I think he's got Sphere. And when he has fear, he'll kill himself to 3 turns. They fix that in Royal, but you can still find ways to nerf the Reaper. And that's what I'm actually gonna try to do here if we ever encounter him. I do wanna encounter him here because when we encounter the Reaper in 4, every time we beat him the first several times, we will actually get weapons, the best weapons in the game for each character. And I don't know how they distribute the weapons, if they do them based on character usage and whatnot. The main character will always get his first, and I got it last playthrough. I actually got 2. I got one for Chie, and I got one for, actually I got 3 times. And every time I got them, I was really excited because it meant that we could actually like take down the Reaper. We could actually get the best weapon in the game. Unfortunately, the weapons don't carry over to New Game Plus. And that's a bummer, and that's one thing you're like, well, why do you want to waste your time hunting down the Reaper? It's just, it's nonsense, I know, but, I mean, you hunt him down, you beat him, you get that trophy, it's fine. I don't know what's going to happen here. We're going to keep going through every door. I do know that it's 20 chests. The best way to try to get 20 chests. Whatever dungeon you're in, use the Go Home, go to Yukiko's dungeon here, and go to floor 5. There's always 2 chests that spawn. That's your best possible way of getting him from what I've heard and what I've read. And that's actually going to be our strategy here, so that works. So we're going to take the chest key here. But using that strategy, I've tried it and it doesn't always work. Another strategy is to get the 4 chests on the first floor of Yukiko's dungeon, leave, go back in a couple times, and then leave and make sure you have here when you leave this dungeon to be on the 5th floor. No guarantees it works. It's really random, it's a low percentage, but you beat them once, you get the trophy, you don't have to worry about it again. If you're playing on a different difficulty, an easier difficulty, you won't have to worry about having better weapons or stuff like that. And right now, we're using this pretty cool Persona, I think it's called I can't pronounce it. It's like Mahakala or something like that. I don't know. I actually never saw him before. Oh, can we do this? Can we? No, we didn't. I've actually never used him before because I played this game so many times, and you would think I would have gotten 100%, but on the Vita version, I have 98% of the trophies in the game. And the one trophy I'm missing is the hardest trophy to get in the game. And it's not hard by any means of the obtaining it. It's mostly sheer dumb luck. And the one thing I never did previously was max out all my social links. So when we maxed out our social links in the one playthrough on the Vita recently, I got this Persona before and I really like the design and I like the actual artwork. The in-game animations are a little rough on this because it's PlayStation 2, but the art design is a big thing for me and I loved it. So We just got to the first floor. We're on the second floor. The second some floors.
Are you all right?
Their layout will never change.
What's wrong?
The dungeons, the cool thing about the dungeons here, and they really utilize it here. Oh, hold on.
Oh my, special guests. I wonder how they'll play into all this. Things are really heating up. Okie dokie, I'm going back to hunt for my Prince Charming. Oh, where could he be? This place is huge. It's so exciting, but it makes it so hard to find him. Oh, maybe he's playing hide and seek in the fog. Ready or not, here I come. Let's go further in then, shall we?
What the hell is this?
You're not Yukiko. Who are you?
What are you talking about? I'm Yukiko, and Yukiko is me.
No! Don't tell me. Are you? Where's the real Yukiko?
What's with these voices?
The shadows are getting agitated.
Well, I'm off again. You better be waiting with bells on, my dear prince.
Hey, wait! That clearly wasn't the real Yukiko. It had to be...
I think it was. It must have been the other part of herself.
So it's just like what happened to us.
But I don't think she was excited for nothing. It's hard to explain. It seems like she has a strong connection to this castle. This is a lot more dangerous than I thought.
Yukiko!
Hey! Not again. Damn it, we told her not to run off on her own.
Now, like I was saying before we got to that really cool cutscene here, is each floor of the dungeons, in every dungeon, is different. There are a handful of floors that are always going to remain constant. That second floor there, here in this dungeon, I believe the fifth floor as well, is going to remain pretty constant as well. There are certain things that never change, just the amount of chests on the floors. Yukiko's first floor will always have 4 chests, the fifth floor will always have 2 chests. I think it's their way of kind of like, I feel like Persona 4, because it's on the PlayStation 3, less of a visual masterpiece than, say, 5. And since the dungeons are all pretty much just the same hallway, repeated over and over again, for each dungeon, their same theme, kind of have to shake things up and kind of throw you off. Whereas Persona 5, every time you play, each dungeon is going to be the same as the previous playthrough on that dungeon. Which, while it seems a little repetitive and redundant,
Eat the stuffing out of it.
You have to realize it's a different game. It's a different, oh, yes. So,
I gotta keep up my dream.
we're about to get a trophy here. Well, we already got it. This would be a trophy here. That shadow is huge. So, if you're playing a game and you're sitting here wondering, okay, what do I want to do to level up fast? That. We want to fight the golden hands. Those are your best friend if you actually want to avoid as much combat as possible. Get through a dungeon, save your SP, fight that thing. And as you notice, the shadows right now are pretty big.
I smell
The
2
big boys
enemies.
are chunky
Beat them
boys.
up.
They're thick. I say that because of the fact that these shadows are actually were a comparable level. At some point, obviously, we'll be like 20, 30 levels over the dungeon's level, and they'll be small and tiny. But It's little details like that you pick up as you play the game. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we want to fight as many golden hands as possible, and usually they're only going to appear once per floor.
Great!
Meaning we're not going to get another one on this floor. If you're having a hard time following what I'm saying, we're not going to get another one on this floor. So our goal is to eventually kind of fight mostly just them, and I think in later dungeons that'll be pretty much all we focus on fighting. We've gotten, like I said, we've gotten almost every trophy in the game so far. At this point, I think we're missing...
I smell 2 enemies!
3. And most of them, if you just get them randomly sometimes. I think the red shadows are a little bit tougher than the black shadows, if you're wondering the difference between the red and the black. Black is just your basic ones. I think red's a little bit more of a higher challenge level, so we get a shuffle time here. And I've said multiple times before, we're not bad at getting shuffle time. We can get shuffle time last, like 10 fights in a row, and that's pretty sweet. But right now, we're not really hitting that 10 shuffle times in a row, because the game kind of makes it hard for you at some points for choices. And if you're wondering why I keep using Migadola, pretty much no enemy in the game is sort of immune to Migadola, and that's your Almighty, I think it is, damage. So we have different moves, and all the moves have different weird names. So Migadola is either Almighty or Bless, or it's something like that. There's no counterpart for it in terms of Dark. Yeah, so we can sacrifice half our experience points to do that. But Migadola, no one's really inherently weak to that, and no one is inherently strong against it. It's a move that will always do damage no matter what, so it's always a safe one, and that's not the highest level one. So if we can get a card that allows us to level up our skill for this persona, I'm sure that move will become Migadolan, which is one of my favorite moves to use in the game and spam at this point. And if you guys haven't noticed by now,
there's one enemy.
My character, the main character's HP and SP go up every single fight. There's a special maneuver in the game that you can actually unlock. It's called Victory Cry. And what Victory Cry does is it'll automatically restore your HP and SP after every single battle, which is actually really great. And it actually works great for New Game Plus. Because in New Game Plus, you're using stronger personas right away. You're not going to play, you're not going to do a Nuzlocke persona challenge. You're going to pull out your favorite personas right away, and they're going to be like level 90 or whatever. And you're going to want to just kind of blow through with them.
One enemy! Now's your chance!
And then you're gonna pretty much be using these better personas, and you're not gonna have enough SP or HP to do any of the moves that you have. So Victory Cry is a must. And you actually get it relatively early in the game. There's a certain persona that on a certain date that you can actually get it. And I'm gonna tell you this, we tried really hard to put together a video for that. And what ended up happening is it ended up taking like 4 hours for me to get this specific persona with Victory Cry. And God, do I hate myself. I really did. I hated myself. We got it. So we just used that base persona and started making as many personas as possible with Victory Cry. So we could always give whatever persona we wanted to use with Victory Cry. So at like level 30, our personas were getting Victory Cry. I know that sounds terrible. I was breaking the game left and right. And that's what I love about these games. You don't actually break them. You find ways to kind of like use the game's, I don't want to say like weak points, but some stuff in there that might make you overpowered. You want to utilize that and use that against the game. There are some instances where the game is unfair. Okay. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. Also, these guys, I hate these guys too. I love beating them up. I love beating the shit out of them. We gotta get close to them because they will disappear. Ah, we're kind of screwed here. No, he's turning around. Awesome. Cool. So, it's only one of them. It's fine. We'll use Migadola on them and wipe them out. But these things, if you miss an attack, they'll run. They will run and you'll get pissed off. I think at one point I was playing the game with XP turned up all the way because that's a good way to level up quickly. When you have it turned up all the way, you're actually able to get a lot of experience points really fast. Oh shit, you guys hear that?
Alright, I leveled up!
I'm talking about that. That chains in the background, that means we have opened 21 chests. And our next chest may or may not contain the Reaper. I gotta wonder, do I have the right settings on? Because usually when I'm at the beginning of the game and I'm getting ready to fight the Reaper, I like to make sure I have on in-battle retries or in-dungeon retries. And I think I turned that off because it got a little cocky. So if we run into them, we might be screwed. I'm using level 90. I'm using a 90 persona. But remember, these Reaper fights can go on for a while and our stats aren't that high. And if our stats aren't that high, he might actually wipe us out. I don't know what we're gonna get, so... odds are we're probably not gonna get him, so we're gonna keep going. Let's see. If we go up the stairs, we'll lose him. And I really want to get the best sword for the main character, so I'm kind of hoping he's there, because I think we can take him out. I really do. I think I have the right settings on, and we'll find out in a second here. Let's see. That's a quick fight. Winning. Oh, yeah! Alright, let's do this. We're gonna get the Reaper right away. You guys are gonna see the Reaper fight. Alright. And tell you something, that's not to open it, and the game really doesn't want us to open it. Someone jumped down the box, and this, my friends, is the Reaper.
Fight!
Oh man, look how badass it is. Let us do... So we have Power Charge and Mind Charge. I use them on bosses. Power Charge will give our physical attack the next turn double the strength. And... oh shit. Mind Charge, the other one will do the opposite, the same thing with magic. So I think we're... yep. I think we fucked up. Yeah... Do we have it set up right? No! Shit! We don't have it set up right! Oh my god! Oh! I thought I had it set up right! Oh god, when did I save last? Oh. Okay, welcome back, guys. We lost all those levels we just got. All those levels we got, and when we started the 4th floor are gone. And the good news is I guess I had retry in dungeons on. So I guess when we lost the Reaper, the game just kind of sent us back to the 1st floor, or the floor we started on, and we lost our experience points. So that hand we fought earlier was kind of pointless. The money we got was kind of pointless. Everything we just did was kind of pointless. Thinking about taking that out so you guys don't see me fail. We'll probably leave it in because why not?
There's one enemy.
I think
Smash it.
software issues right now are going to prevent me from doing that. I don't think we're going to get the Reaper again though for a while. I've actually never gotten him this early in the game. Now, if you were really kind of worried about being able to beat him, you probably would have had... in general, retries on for battles. And I actually did that on my fresh run here, last playthrough, where we had it on and we got them, and it took me about 20 minutes to beat him. And I was gonna make a video kind of mocking my playstyle with... oh shit. You hear it? You hear it? He's still here. Shit. And there we go, he's not there. Like I said, it's not a good percentage, but I was gonna make a video of me mocking myself because I couldn't beat him. I kept getting my lunch shoved in my face by the Reaper, and since I had retry battles on, every time he wiped out my party, they would just be revived and be given their full HP and SP over and over again. And his HP would not go up, but the Reaper is, I think, the toughest fight in this game, maybe. No, the final boss might be tougher. I don't know. But now, losing that fight to the Reaper really kind of just threw me off of my happy level fun time exchange, we'll call it. So we're a little behind now. I forget what level we were when we ate shit from the Reaper, but it was not a good level. It was not a good level. Alright, so let's go up to the 5th floor. Each dungeon does get longer. This one's like 8 floors, so the next one's like 11 floors, so they do get longer based on,
I smell 2 enemies.
I guess, certain aspects. But some dungeons are still 7, 8 floors, but the floors are bigger, and you have to do backtracking. So we'll see a lot of that kind of stuff going on. And each dungeon's a little different. There's different enemies in every dungeon, and each dungeon has different personas you'll get through the cards. Kind of like how in Persona 5, the shadows are really the personas that you end up collecting. There's going to be different personas for each dungeon in that case, which I thought was pretty cool, and I really like that change. And I really hate this floor. God damn it, I hate this floor. You don't know where you're going on this floor, because she'll turn you around at some point and go, oh ho 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 ho! That door is locked, so let's turn around. That's the steps. We don't want to go back to the steps. I know we don't want to do that. We go through this door, we could end up getting turned around. See, this is what I hate about the 5th floor. The 5th floor sucks. But once we get past the point on the 5th floor we need to get past, we won't have to worry about being constantly sent back. So we might just say screw it and kind of just fill out the rest of the map here. I don't think we're allowed to go in that door, so we're gonna say screw it. So we turn around here, we're gonna kind of fill out this portion of the map on our bottom screen. I think that door is locked. No, it's not. Oh, look.
Reinforcements are here.
Yeah, there we go. We got him. This guy's screwed. This guy is so screwed.
I gotta keep up.
And since there was another enemy nearby, we're gonna get this fight too. That's fine. These guys are easy. We'll just use Mikidola again. We'll probably stop using this persona at some point. I like this persona. My issue is I can never decide which one's my favorite. I have some favorites from 5, and I have some favorites from 4. And there are some favorites between 4 and 5 that I recently really just fell in love with. I really wanted to try the Yoshitsune build that people keep talking about using, and I don't know, I just couldn't do it. Like, something about it. There was something about it, because we'll see Yoshitsune later in the game, obviously. But damn, that persona's broken AF. We have to be going the right way, because there is a shadow right there. We're going to take him out real quick. And wiped out. Boom. I don't know how Teddy and Chie have, Yosuke and Chie have lower health and SP. I'm not really using them. Mahakala. Is that how you say it? Mahakala? If you guys know how to say that persona's name, that is based off of mythology, I want to say, like, it's not Indian, it's not like with Vishnu and Shiva and Pravarti, but it's in that kind of ballpark area. If you guys know how to pronounce that, please let me know in the comment section. Spell it out phonetically, so I'm not constantly saying it and constantly feeling like a freaking idiot. Otherwise, I'm going to have to stop using this persona because I can't say his name. I'll just start using Alice, and Alice, you use the same persona's name in the game because it's just Alice. So we've pretty much gone everywhere.
One enemy ambushed you! Hang in there! Just one enemy left! Counting on you! Persona!
Thank you! Couldn't quite beat it.
Uh-oh. We're about to get our ish messed up.
Persona!
We're going to use him to heal her up. So throughout the game right now, each character kind of is good at certain things and better at others. Our character is the Mary Sue, if you're familiar with tabletop role-playing games. If you've played Dungeons & Dragons, and Mary Sue is a character that people would call who can actually do everything, essentially. They're balanced beyond belief. It's disgusting how balanced they are. Yosuke is kind of like in between that balance list because he's good with his magic and he's pretty okay with physical spells. He's just there. Chie is pretty sus when it comes to her magic. But she's pretty good at physical skills. A lot of people will actually replace her in a little bit. But I remain loyal to what the internet dubs as best girl. So I'm not going to just bail on Chie because she kind of hits that brick wall in terms of leveling. So you see, the enemies caught me off guard. They got first attack, but I won't save them. They're done. Migadola, bye. Get out of here. Bye, Felicia. That's pretty easy. We didn't get a level out of that game. That sucks. That blows. So now we should be able to go into this room here since we took out that mini-boss thing. There we go. We're done with the 5th floor. I hate the 5th floor so much, but we're done with it. We should actually be closing in on the boss's floor. I think she's still on floor 8, so we just gotta get through 2 floors. We're obviously not gonna actually save Yukiko in this video. We'll probably save that for next time because the boss fights in this game, they're not hard since we're gonna be overpowered. The joke is that we spend like, I want to say I spent about 2 hours of grinding in the dungeon. We'll say 2 hours. We spend about 2 hours in the dungeon. We spend about several hours between dungeons doing our social links and doing everything else, and then we go play the boss, and the boss is supposed to be like a challenge, and we beat him in like 5 minutes, and then we get cutscenes. It's not really cutscenes, but kind of like that interactive dialogue windows and stuff. Oh shit, I hate this guy. Migadola, get out of here. There we go.
Enemy shadows! You get to go first!
We're not gonna try the Reaper fight again.
Not bad, partner.
I don't know if he's like a once per dungeon kind of guy, but we'll be ready for him next time. We might not even encounter him for a very long time, by the way, in case you're wondering. You'll know that if we do encounter the Reaper, it'll probably be one of our videos. I don't like really cutting out stuff, even if I mess up. I hate that he beat me, and it kind of shows that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm so good at Persona. Persona's the game I'm best at.
I smell 2 enemies!
Reaper owns me in the first dungeon. A true Persona master wouldn't get owned by the Reaper. See, I'm still sour about that. It was like, what, 10 minutes ago?
I smell 3 enemies! Don't get careless!
We found the stairs. That's good. That's good. We found the stairs. We're actually probably getting really close to where she is. I don't know if this is like 7 floors or 8 floors. I know the next one's 11. I remember that one. And I'm like, I remember being a decent jump from where this one was to the next one. I'm like, that's a pretty big jump. Why did they do that?
What?
So, let's see.
Congratulations,
Shadow.
Sensei!
All right, I leveled up.
Like I said, I'm going to focus on getting my character up to a specific level, and we're going to get to that right in front of that door, and we're going to stop, and then next time we're going to take on the boss in this dungeon, and we'll see if Yukiko's going to join the party or not at some point. He's only now learning Magaru? Jesus, Yosuke, you suck! By the way, guys, I want to know, let me know down in the comment section which character is your favorite member of the investigation team. I'm curious to see who your favorite is, and I want to know who everyone's best girl is. I want to know who I should romance in this playthrough. Should I do Chie? Should I do Yumi. Should I do one of the other girls? Marie? We will have that out there at some point. Chase her, damn it. Alright, so let's use Media Haran. Anyways, max health now. That tickles me. Shit. Okay. Yeah, that tickled me. That really didn't hurt my SP, because next turn, as soon as this fight's over, I'll be back up to whenever I use between being out of battle and in this battle. Why not? If I really like Persona, I'll make them maxed out. I think on the Vita I have several Personas with all their skills maxed out at 99. And I like doing that because it kind of makes Persona really broken and overpowered. But then if there's one Persona you do it for and you find out you waste your time, you could be pissed off because there's one Persona that we can't save to the compendium and bring back in another playthrough, and that really pisses me off. That didn't happen in 5, and it kind of irritates me. I'm not gonna lie, it pisses me off.
I smell so
It really does. We're gonna keep going down this hallway. I don't think we can count on the steps yet to the next floor. We're gonna kind of rant and rave here.
There are 2 enemies! Hang in there!
Look how tiny that Shadow is. He's pretty tiny right now. And I can't swing this damn sword to save my life. And I freaking hate these things. Alright, Miguel, bye. Get out of here. Next time, guys, we're taking on Yukiko's Shadow. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. My name's Anger Banjo. I'll see you guys next time.